Welcome back, everybody. It's Rama from Junk Journal Divas. Hello, my friends. I hope everybody is doing well. The summer is over. My kids are back to school. We are beginning fall, and I am so excited for fall creations. So today, I want to show some of the goodies that I have in my shop. These are new, and I'm really excited about them. I'm calling this the Romantic Collection. And if you can see these colors, you'll understand why. They are very soft colors. They kind of remind me of France, you know, those really 18th century pastel, not pastel, but you know, those very soft kind of muted colors. So I'm calling this the Romantic Collection. So we're gonna take a look at these today. And just a sneak peek, after I'm done with this, my shop is nice and supplied. I've got lots of new things in there. So I'm going to be jumping into my fall and Halloween creating, and I've just been so excited about it. So first up for September, I'm going to be doing, and I know you won't be able to read this, but that's okay. I put a post on my YouTube channel so that you can read these. It's also going to be in Junk Journal Divas, of course. And this is a list of prompts. There are 12 prompts here. This is just for inspiration. And you can make a tag using one of these prompts. I have, like this one, for example, it says autumn leaves. Design a tag inspired by the colors of autumn leaves. And then it gives you ideas and talking about those deep jewel tones. So I got 12 of these. And then I also have one for October. And these were done by one of my diva sisters, Lisa Hill Dodd. I'm gonna tag her in when I'm doing these because she also has a YouTube channel. But I'm gonna put this aside for now. I just wanted to give you a sneak peek. So we're going to go through these today. I want to show you also, these I just listed. These are my embellishment packages. And I do have a video where I was just kind of showing these. These are full of all kinds of appliques. There's some lace trim. This particular one, I put some Saree silk in here. I braided the pieces together. So this is the blush color. And then I created some with autumn colors because I've been waiting for autumn. And they all have these 3D applique flowers in them. Some, you know, all different colors. There are beaded things in here, lots of beaded things, lots of sequins, and just these little pieces of, you know, the fancy appliques. I don't know if you can see here, but this is all beaded. So that's the autumn color. And then I've got blues, all shades of blue, and there's some silver in there. Like there's some silver here. Silver here and here, those leaves. And then lastly, I've got the green. These look very similar, but they are a little bit different. So you can see this one has that big beaded piece and a different flower. This one's got the green. Okay, so that's the green pack. And I think I have about 5 of each of those left, but I just wanted to show you, this is my Saree bundle, the latest one that I did. And you guys, this is huge. When I tell you, like, just take a look at this. It is so big. Every time I make them, they just get bigger and bigger and bigger. But you see the colors of this, and I wanted to show the colors so that you see the difference. That's why I'm calling this my little romantic packs. And rather than doing one large pack with both colors, I decided to separate them and that gives you the option if you buy, you know, both colors. It is the same as buying a, you know, a whole Saree package bundle that I make, or you can just take one of the colors. So what I'm going to do is open these up, and we're going to just kind of take a look at what's inside. So I just kind of pinned this on. This has, I don't know if there's 5 of them in there. Yeah. Just these little snippet pieces so you can kind of add on and tie it into your project that you're working on. Put some cute little beads there. So let's put that aside. And then I tied all of these together with the pink Saree silk here. And this is kind of cool also because it's got that big flower on it, but then it also has these smaller little circles on it. So I'll put this over here. So I usually flip this because I put the larger pieces on the bottom. So that's kind of what I'm going to do here. And if you see, there's like this really pale lavender and also pinks in here. So here's a piece. Oops, and let me get my ruler just to get an idea here. So this is one of the largest pieces, and if you see, this is what, 6.5 by 4.5. Okay, so we've got that guy. And these are, there's lots of sequins. They're very blingy and very delicate and just pretty. I feel like the other Saree pieces are really bold, bright, and cheerful. These are soft, delicate, and romantic. Those are the words that, that come to mind for me. But like this piece has sequins on. There's so much, everything has sequins. Then this is a piece also sequins, so you can see what I mean about the blinginess. Lots of blingy little pieces. So I'm just going to kind of lay these out. Now this is the brightest color that's in there, but it matched so well, so I included it. Just a little, and there's only like 1 or maybe 2 at the most pieces of that color. And then I had a whole bunch of these, so there's a couple of these in them. This one also has that little piece of the border. Another sequence piece here. And get this piece. So like some of these, you could very easily just cut this and use that part. Yeah, don't be afraid to cut these up and use them all different ways. Here, got some fun little squares, some pink flowers. And if you can see this, so all here, all these flowers, it's all sequins. So you can see that. And let's put this guy over here. This is another one with flowers on it. And again, you could cut this off and use that border on something. These are sequins here. They're just so pretty. And then this one, kind of a fun piece. I love pink and orange. Okay, so there's 2 pieces of this like pale lavender and purple. And what else do we got here? Another little piece of pink. We've got these pretty blingy pieces. This kind of ties everything together. You can see that those lavender shades in there and the various pinks, and even to tie in with the green package. So I've got these 2 blingy pieces. And again, this one has all the sequins on it. And then this one with the little flowers, sequin flowers. Let's see. And these little pieces. So you see why I called it the romantic collection. And this is kind of cool. That's all sequins on there. That'd be cool, even just to put down on a page. The other thing I really like about these is that they're flat. So you can easily put these into a page of a journal, cut a little piece as an embellishment, and it's not going to be really bulky. Because, you know, that's one of the issues sometimes with using this stuff. Here, another flower piece. Let's put this guy here. And now I'm getting down to more of those skinny trim pieces. So again, this one has the sequins, a little bit of gold going on there. And then this guy. Okay, now this one, there are two pieces of this in the packages, so I'm just going to hold one up so you can see. And in the beginning, I was showing you these. So you see those tiny little pieces are from this. So that all kind of ties in together. But these are just so pretty. You know, even if you cut it right here, then you would get 1, 2, you know, 3 borders. I very rarely, when I have a wide border like this, I very rarely use the whole thing as is. Then we have this piece. This has beads on it. So that's dark silver is beads. Another piece of this trim. And then our last two pieces, whoops, our last two pieces that we have here. 2 more pieces of trim. Okay, so this is an example of the first package. And again, this is all the, you know, pinks and lavenders. This is the pink package, and this is the one we just looked at. And then I've got the blues and the greens in here. So let's get one of these and take a look. Undo our silk here. Okay, put this aside. Aren't these beautiful? These are I love the colors. Love them. Okay, so let's go through this. They all have these flowers. Let's see, let's do the same thing. We start at the bottom, some of these larger pieces. Let's start here. So the piece that I started with in the other package, this is the same, just a different color. Now let's look at this, like just for an example. I would probably use from here down, maybe as a border, maybe use this middle section, and then this. I mean, up here you could even use these strips as a border and use these as individual little pieces on something. And then this nice big one. So lots of ways to use them. And this is another one. You could cut these into strips. Another piece here. And this looks like, yep, another piece of that same one. The pretty flower in there. Now on these, I know it's hard to see in the video, but like this one, for example, has the sequins. These are little gems that are on there. And then we've got sequins here and the metallic threads. Okay, and then I put a bunch of pieces in here that you can cut out and use. Are just really delicate little pieces on silk. Like this one with sequins. There's another piece with the little sequin pieces. And I didn't worry about trying to cut them out so well because maybe you want to use this for something. You could easily cut a strip and put that on a tag. But there's a couple pieces with this. Oh, and then we've got this pretty, it's kind of like a, what do I call this? A sage green, maybe? Velvet. Isn't that pretty? So there's two pieces of that. I'm gonna put those on top of each other. And then this is the trim that is with it. And then this big flower piece, that's all sequins on there. But again, it's the same thing. What I like is these are flat, so very, very easy to use on a page. Okay, then we got this piece with the flowers. Again, we've got lots of sequins in there and gems. There's sequins here in the flowers. And then, there we go. Got some white pieces with the gold thread. Am I going the right way? Yeah. So there's white. There's another piece, white with the gold. Let me see. Go over here. Condense this a bit. So here's a bunch of blue. So we've got this one, kind of the blue and the pink. All sequins there. And then there's a couple of pieces of this one. Now this one has, these are mirrors on here. So there's sequins and these guys, and then these guys are the mirrors that are on there. And then you've got sequins, sequins, sequins. So they're very blingy. Again, I feel like I'm repeating myself, but they're very blingy, you know, great to add onto a page and no bulk. Okay, so blue, another piece with that pink. This has everything. It's got pink, the green, some blue, and again, that's all sequins. Let's see, here's another white piece. Put this guy down here. And then I've got these delicate pieces. It almost looks like a, could be a butterfly, but it's a flower. So we've got those. And this is all sequins. Now what I love about this is it's sewn on the back. So you know when you go to cut something that has a bunch of sequins and it just goes all over the place? You can actually, like, you could cut this down here and you'll be okay. It's not going to fall apart. So anything in my shop is something that I personally use or would use. Most of the time I get stuff that I want to use and then I just get extra and put in my shop. And then there's this. These are kind of cool. They're like, I'm not even sure what to call that. I don't know what it is. It's like an applique that's on there. But cool, metallic looking. I don't know where to put anything else here. Let's see. Pink and green. Oh, there's another flower. I'm going to put it under here with this one. All those little delicate pieces. We've got these two guys. Again, with all the sequins on there. We've got this one with different sequin colors on there. And then this one, it does have like green and kind of copper in there. And then of course the flowers that we started with, I put those guys on the top. Okay guys, so this is the blues green package. All right, so there's my new little romance collection. So I hope you guys love them. I was really excited to try these and just have the different, you know, color palettes to work with. So again, now that I've got everything nice and stocked up, I'm really excited to jump into this. So this will be next up. As always, thank you so much for joining me and supporting my channel.